How's it going, guys? Man57TS, what's guy here, and today I'm continuing the benchmark lineup. And today we are stopping at single barrel. So this one's a 95 proof. It's so here's the story behind this one. Only the best barrels are selected for this special Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. While every barrel is unique, each reflects the utmost standard for the finest taste and smooth finish with every pour. So we went through the top floor in the small batch. Now we're heading over to the single barrel. That adds a little bit more proof. So let's see what this one does. And this one I got the least of. I almost killed it by accident, and I was like, I gotta save this. I need to, make a video on this one. And I think it's cool to kind of go through the whole lineup and see what I think about every single one. Getting that one in. Alright, so let's give it a go. This one doesn't have as much of a sweet nose to it like the small batch did. It's very caramelized a little bit. Not so much of a sweet caramel, but it's more of a like caramel, but in a bit of like in a wood sense, like you lathered oak stave with caramel basically. It's got not too much on the nose. I'm surprised. I thought it would have more than the small batch. It's sweet. You get a little bit of vanilla. But let's give it a go and see if it is that smooth. So far on the nose, this wasn't my favorite, but on the palate, it's the one winning right now. It actually has a decent finish. And on the other ones, I was smelling grape Kool-Aid. On this one, I tasted a little bit. It's like grape Kool-Aid. Then you dunk a bunch of oak staves, or you dunk some oak staves in the Kool-Aid, and you let it sit for a little bit. And it's got that oakiness. It's got a little bit of that sweet, sugary grape Kool-Aid. It's nice. I'm enjoying this one. I wouldn't say it's like a big difference between the small batch. But so far, I would go for this one in terms of the palate and the finish. I do enjoy the finish on this one. But the nose was a little bit of a letdown, but the palate and the finish make up for it a little bit. And they're not hugely different. It's like just a minimal difference. But if you're looking at it in terms of dollars, like you might say, the small batch is worth 15 bucks. This is worth 20. You know what? I'll spend a little extra to get that one. And that's what I'm feeling about the single barrel. Like I'd spend a little bit more just to get that one than the small batch, but both are pretty decent. This one it's giving me a lot more on that palate and finish. And I mentioned it before, but I'm getting a little bit of like a glue sort of nose on it. Just a little bit. It could be yeast as well. Could be yeast that I'm getting instead of like glue. But it's strong on this one as well. And I even used a fresh glass just to make sure that wasn't a note that I was just sitting behind from the previous glass. But let's give it another sip. Yeah. This one gets your attention a little bit more on the finish. It has a little bit more of the spice, a little more oak, a little more vanilla. And it's what's crazy is like it's 5 proof points, but those 5 proof, it's giving it a little bit more to the finish, a little bit more to the proof. On the nose, it didn't give it as much, but I'm still enjoying this one more just based on the proof and the finish. So I'm officially out of this one. This is another bottle kill. Cheers, guys.